Okay, good evening. This is Gaming McFitness. Today I'm going to use my rowing machine game controller that I built. It's been a few months, a couple months ago. It's been a while since I've used it. Gonna play Valhalla because it's a Viking game and I already own it, and I haven't beat all the DLC yet. So my weight 230. It's about how it's been. I did gain a few pounds over the holidays, and I got back down to my base level, so I'm happy with that. I've been meaning to row more, but haven't gotten around to it. I do need to redo all my cameras and shit to do the rower, and it's sort of annoying. And also I'm always driving back and forth across the state a couple times a month, and I don't want to drive when I'm sore, when my back is sore after rowing, so I use that as an excuse too much. So I did notice that my right button is not working, but I think I can just at least get by without it, because the right trigger is like the heavy blow, and then the right button is the light attack. So if I just do the heavy hit, I think it'll be fine. I don't think I can shoot the bow, so without the right bumper working. But oh well. Oh, there's more DLC. So right now I'm towards the end of the Siege of Paris DLC, just sort of wandering around. I did rearrange the room a bit, so I don't have everything set up perfect. That's too low. I want this wire to be out of my way. Okay. So I do have a quest marker, it looks like, which is not too far. So I guess last time I made it to the quest.
We will attack on sight here.
And then I ended the gaming session because I didn't want to do the walkie part, the walking talking part. Let's see if I can shoot the bow. I don't remember. I'm having a little bit of drift of the thumbstick too. Y is root. I don't even remember the controls. Oops. Is it up?
Have a look, Sunan.
It's holding it. There it is, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna be definitely pretty... Oh, what's going on with the thumbstick? That's not good. Did I lose the thumbstick? Shit. It had been working pretty damn good until, like, right now. I did, like... No, it's not. I did a few gaming sessions without having problems with it at all. A couple gaming sessions anyway. It looks fine on this side. I might have to quit. Shit. Oh, I can't turn on the camera. Shit, what happened here? If I wiggle it or Did I lose everything? Now the buttons are still working on that right side. So I'm gonna see what's going wrong here. Alright. So the right stick is fucked up. But right trigger, well, it's hard to tell. Looks like ABXY are working. Right button is working, but not the analog. That's weird. So maybe the problem is back here. Ah, damn it. I thought I had configured the rowing not to stop the workout if I stopped rowing.
Workout paused.
God damn it. Shit. Doesn't look... You know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna row. Fuck the game. I'm just gonna get my workout in. It's unfortunate that the stick stopped working, because then if a button stops I can sort of usually work around that. But if the stick is effed up, then I'm totally out of commission here. Damn it. And the fucking Bluetooth Apple Watch thing works for shit as always. Yeah, I'm just gonna row. It's broken. Ah, damn it. Actually, I can put this controller to sleep, I think. Damn it. What can I do real quick? Yeah, fuck it. So, as far as the game controller builds, now I'm not even hearing my voice in the headphone. Oh, because I don't have the headphones on. Duh. So, in addition to fixing this, which I think the problem is in the handle in the front, probably. Because the back I think is pretty stable. I solved all the problems with the back of it. I put the twist tie on it to hold the weight so it's not pulling out the cables. And I switched it. I put a Molex cable so I can swap that Xbox controller that's going up and down behind me from machine to machine. I did get that working. So I think that side is good because I've used it successfully on the treadmill, the manual treadmill, and the bicycle recently. Swapping it back and forth between devices, between my homemade controllers. So I think the problem with the rowing controls is in the front, not the back. Yeah. Motherfucker, this Apple Watch mirroring is the most incompetent piece of shit feature that I've ever seen. It just sort of gives up. I'm already pissed off. It's not that big of a deal. Look at that. Sometimes it'll last 4 hours and sometimes it gives up every 20 seconds. Because it's too hard to get Bluetooth to work from here to here. Like 1.5 foot of Bluetooth for the Apple Watch mirroring is too much for the Apple Watch to deal with. Yeah, I am not hearing my audio even with the headphones on. I don't know if anything is set up right today. But anyway, I need to fix whatever's wrong with the handle. I'm actually thinking about rebuilding the whole front because on my latest build, which is the monitor mount for the omnidirectional treadmill, I use this hobbyist PVC pipe that's black, so it looks nicer, and it's a lot thicker material because this sort of bends a little bit when I row. So I have to be careful not to row too hard. It feels like it's gonna break in my hand, especially when I let go with if I move my thumb over the thumbsticks, I'm putting a little more pressure on the outside of the handle, so it bends a little more. Whereas if I hold it like this, it doesn't feel like it's gonna snap in my hand as much. But if I use that the other hobbyist PVC pipe, it's a lot stronger. Like this pipe of this white PVC pipe that I'm using for the handle now is maybe a 1/16 of an inch thick or something. The material, it's hollow, but the pipe material is about a 1/16 of an inch thick, whereas the hobby PVC pipe is about a 1/4 inch thick. So I actually, just the other day, I haven't even gotten it in the mail yet, I ordered some, this is like maybe an inch and 1/4 in diameter, this pipe. I ordered some 1.5 inch diameter of the sturdier PVC pipe, and I think I'm gonna rebuild the handle with that. And I don't know, I'll have to think about ways to clip in the wires so it doesn't come undone and not work like it did today. But just having a sturdier handle that I know is not going to break when I row, I think will be a good thing. Even if it doesn't solve all my wiring disconnect problems. Yeah. I think I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to use that same thicker pipe for the treadmill handles too. The homemade treadmill game controller. because that one of the sides has a giant crack in it, and I'm afraid if I not unrelated to the crack, it feels sturdy, but if I slip on the treadmill and I try to regain balance by using the handle, I don't think that it'll last. I think it'll snap. So it's good enough if I'm careful on the treadmill and I'm not leaning on it. But if I were to quickly lean on it, it would possibly break. So I think I want to rebuild that with the better PVC pipe that I found on Amazon. I also have some problems with the treadmill controller. That one I've had for about a year, and I kept patching it up here and there. And I glued on one of the thumbsticks because I lost it, and I couldn't find the matching black stick that your thumb actually presses. So I glued one on that's a different brand that wouldn't stay on its own, and I accidentally got some of the glue in the actual electronics rotating part of the stick, so it stays in place. If I hit up and then let go, it just stays up. So that's kind of annoying. It is doable. I mean, I adjusted the dead zone in the middle to be as wide as it would go. So if it starts to pop back into neutral when I let go, it will hit a dead zone most of the time. But yeah, that treadmill game controller needs to be redone. Also, when I modified it in like November, because I wanted to be able to swap the Xbox controller transmitter with the PC one, I had to switch the button type. And this isn't nerd speak, but I had to switch from a single pull, single throw button to it's either single pull double throw or double pull double throw. Basically the button is like an inch thick instead of a quarter inch thick or a half inch thick. So it doesn't fit in the pipe. It hangs down, like sticks 3/8 of an inch outside of the bottom of the pipe because it's too deep. And the reason I had to use the thicker button is that the Xbox treats that trigger input as analog, and so I'm using a digital button instead of analog. And so in order to use a digital button in an analog input, I had to use the different type of button, the double throw button. And so if I switch from this white PVC to some wider diameter PVC, hopefully the button will fit in it better. So yeah, that's my next tasks as far as these homemade fitness controllers, is just taking a round two and just rebuilding and solving some of the problems that I've encountered with these early round controllers, V1 controllers. Yeah. And so I don't think I'll get that thicker PVC pipe. I'll be over on the other side of the state at my workshop at my sister's house, like Wednesday through Monday. But I'm not sure if I'll get that other PVC pipe shipped by then. It's not like next day shipping for like such niche products, you know. But I think I'll bring at least one of the controllers back there, just in case it does arrive. I'll have something to work on, but I don't anticipate finishing anything. And I also want to work on the monitor mount for the omnidirectional treadmill. So I just finished that this last week, the first attempt at that. And it sags, and I couldn't get the software to work very well. Like, I was able to get the omnidirectional walking into the non-VR game, but I couldn't get the rotation in. So I had to walk with my feet and then turn with the controller, which was super annoying. More annoying than I would expect. So I need to work on the software end, and I need to deal with the sagging pipe for the monitor mount. I do have a tablet monitor that I might be able to mount on it instead of the like 15-inch gaming monitor that I put on there. Although I do have to weigh the two, because the tablet-like monitor has a battery in it, so even though it's smaller, like the screen is smaller, it might weigh about the same, so it might not solve the sagging problem of the monitor sagging on the mount. Yeah, and then the other way to deal with the sagging monitor mount, the omnidirectional treadmill, is to counterbalance the weight of the monitor with the weight of the battery. So I had to buy a different angle piece for the pipe, the PVC pipe, that extends backwards behind my head, and then I can mount the battery above my head behind it, and that'll counter the weight of the monitor that's above my head in front of the head. So if I might have to figure out, like, do some like geometry, which I haven't done since high school, to figure out like how to exactly balance the weight, because if the monitor sticks out farther, it's on like a lever, like a non-even seesaw. So if the battery's heavier, it doesn't need to hang out as far to counter the weight of the monitor. So that's sort of interesting. Although I probably don't need to do the math, it's probably just a guess and check sort of thing. Which that's almost certainly what I'm going to do. I'm not going to look up geometry. And relearn all that shit. Like weighted pendulums or whatever you'd call it. Instead, I'll just hang the battery, and if it see what happens, and then I'll adjust it back or forward to counter the weight of the monitor. But again, I'm waiting for the new angular pipe, or the corner piece for the pipe for that. So I have the actual pipe, but like the adapter that does the like right angle corner piece for the pipe. I needed to order like a 6 angle instead of a, oh wait, so you have like up, down, left, right, forward, back, so there's 6 angles of like a pipe junction. And the one I have now is 3 angle, and I needed a 4 angle. I don't know, you have to see it for it to make sense. But right now I just have the battery mounted straight to the back of the omnidirectional treadmill. It's not mounted on the pipe thing that holds up the monitor, so it doesn't serve as a counterweight. But because when I tried it for the first time, I found out that the monitor sags. The weight of the monitor causes it to sag, and so it's not head level. It's like looking down, like to nipple level, to play the game instead of looking forward. It's annoying. So I need to. And I expected that type of iterative improvement to be required for that one. But I was happy that it worked at all, because I'm using wireless HDMI, which I wasn't sure was going to work very well, especially when I'm rotating, because you're supposed to point it at the receiver. And if I'm spinning in circles on the omnidirectional treadmill, I didn't know if it would work. But I mounted it on top, and then the transmitter is on the wall near the ceiling, so it does sort of point at it no matter which direction I'm looking, so it works. But yeah, it's not fun. I need to make a lot of improvements to make the game immersive and fun doing it that way. But I do like the idea of not having to wear the headset, the VR headset, when you're doing the omnidirectional treadmill, especially if you're running and sweating and stuff, like as a workout. So I'm happy that at the way that build is progressing. A little less happy with this rowing machine that didn't work today, but oh well. So I've gone probably longer than I should have. It says a half hour here, but a lot of that was downtime. Yeah, it even says it on the watch. Oh no, it's listening to my voice for some reason. Why the fuck is it doing that? Anyway, unfortunately, I didn't get much gameplay in, like 20 seconds before it broke. But this was Gaming McFitness. Keep gaming, keep exercising. If you want to make it, why the fuck isn't it not? I'm left clicking. Want to make exercise less boring? Try doing both at the same time. Exercise and gaming, I mean. Anyway, good night. I'll probably stream from the treadmill tomorrow or something. Early to mid-afternoon. Maybe not, we'll see. Good night.